Hello, beautiful souls. Here we are with chapter 10, courage. Ooh, I love the word courage. Have the courage to change your mind. The harder you chase your dreams, the more relentless your inner critic will become. Have the courage to keep going. Count on it and prepare for it. Armor yourself with resilience, discipline, and courage. Your lovely friends' fear, doubt, shame, and guilt will follow you at every turn, becoming louder and more unbearable the bigger you start to play, the more you start to show up, the louder you start to speak, the taller you start to stand. They will eat you up and they will spit you out over and over again until you learn to coexist with them. Feelings are visitors. They come and they go. Allow them to come, show them gratitude for their concern, and then place them to the side and replace them with faith, trust, and love. Although I truly believe we will always be healing and always recovering, there is no finite arrival or definitive destination. I believe we have the ability through our own courage to forge the path for others along the way, to show them what is possible, to affirm what they already know to be true but may need guidance in remembering. Courage plus risk equals an expanded life. Caution plus fear equals a shrinking of life. What is one of the most courageous moments you've ever experienced? When I put my life on hold to move back to my family home, become the power of attorney for my father, and take care of my family when my dad was going to be going to jail. At the time, it was supposed to have been for a few years, but he ended up being exonerated after 4 months. But moved back to South Boston with his girlfriend and continued to do his own thing as I took care of everything. I had always taken on the responsibilities and duties that were not mine. Reading a passage at my grandmother's funeral, one of the hardest things to stand up there in front of all of those people. But I loved her so dearly, and it felt so good to be a part of that for her. That took courage. Walking in on my father smoking crack cocaine and being so shocked, but being able to take my life back in that moment. Something woke me up that night, and I just knew I needed to go downstairs. I was half asleep and was awoken by something so much larger than myself and got pushed downstairs. Had I not found my dad that night, he may not be here today. And not only that, but I could have very well been living my life being naive still and not setting boundaries with my father and continuing to enable him in his behavior by taking his responsibilities from him and taking care of them for him. When you think of courage, what comes to mind? Despite feeling fear, doubt, embarrassment, shame, guilt, you act anyway for the greater good of yourself and others. What does courage have to say to you? Look how far you've already come. Look how resilient you have been over and over again. Have you ever let yourself down up to this point? Have you ever not been proud after doing something you were afraid to do? Has it ever not felt amazing after saying yes to the things that scare you and you go for it anyway? Remember the courage it took to get you to this exact moment today? Remember the courage? What advice does courage want to give you now? I am always here for you. Whenever you need me, just reach out your hand and I'll carry you. And what area of your life do you need more courage? Career and family life. It's hard for me to let go of control and let my dad be his own person. Even if his habits are considered bad by me, it is his life at the end of the day, and it is his choice to do or not do what he does.